Here with another interesting video about English Elizabethan period literature. Elizabethan period is the golden period in English literature. Queen Elizabeth was one who ruled in between 150-58 to 1603. According to W.H. Hudson, Elizabethan period continued till the death of James I in 1625. So, when we hear Elizabethan period, we have a tendency to confirm that after the death of Elizabeth, it come to an end of English Elizabethan period, but not like that. It is till 1625. It was a time of intense religious conflict. There was a violent clash between Catholics and Protestants. That is a social background of Elizabethan period. England witnessed a remarkable flourishing of arts and literature. William Shakespeare was the most significant playwright of the age. This age, also known as the Age of Shakespeare. The age saw the appearance of the first English comedy and the first blank verse tragedy in the 1550s and 1560s. Nicholas Undale's Ralph Roister Doister is generally regarded as the first comedy to be written in the English language. During this period, one of the earliest of blank verse play, Gorboduc, was performed for Queen. So, those who have seen my previous videos, they may be able to recollect about Gorboduc and its author, Thomas Sackville and Thomas Norton. It is considered to be the first English blank verse tragedy. Elizabethan age also witnessed the establishment of the theatre in 1576, the earliest theatre ever built. So the earliest theatre in England is the theatre. The theatres such as the Rose, the Swan, and the most popular one, the Globe, also established during this period. Elizabethan drama often use poetical meters for its dialogue, especially the 5-foot iambic pentameter. That is a characteristic of Elizabethan drama. Apart from drama, Elizabethan age also saw flourishing of poetry and a wide variety of prose. That is also an important development that happened during the Elizabethan period. Then trends in Elizabethan period, literary trends in Elizabethan period, that is Elizabethan lyrics. That is one of the important trends that we can see in the Elizabethan period. It is identified as a short lyric with a personal or love topic. The poems set to the tune of musical instruments. That is a speciality of Elizabethan lyrics. Then fluency, sweetness, and melody were also characteristics of these poems. Elizabethan lyrics varied forms such as sonnet, songs, pastoral, elegy, etc. In all these forms also we can see Elizabethan lyrics. Edmund Spenser, the Fairy Queen, is a good example for Elizabethan lyric. Then another literary trend in Elizabethan period was Elizabethan sonnet. Elizabethan sonnets were of two types, Petrarchian and Shakespearean sonnet. Petrarchian sonnet consisting of octave followed by sestet. So that is a speciality of Petrarchian sonnet, that is it is having octave and followed by sestet. Petrarchian sonnet were introduced in England by Thomas White, and this thing we have already discussed in the previous video. Those who want to know more about this Petrarchian sonnet and Thomas White, they can see the previous video to know more about them. The most common rhyming scheme is ABBA, ABBA, CDC, CDC. That is the rhyming scheme of Petrarchian sonnet. Then Thomas White introduced this type to English. Then the second one is Shakespearean sonnet is considered as English sonnet. That is the second type of sonnet that was very much popular during this period. It was having 3 quatrains and end in a rhymed couplet. The rhyming scheme is AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, GG. So that is the rhyming scheme of Shakespearean sonnet. Apart from the 2 discussed above, there is a third one that is called Spenserian sonnet. The rhyming scheme of Spenserian sonnet is A, B, A, B, B, C, B, C, C, D, C, D, E, E. That is the rhyming scheme of Spenserian sonnet. That is also when we discuss these 3 type of sonnets together, we are able to differentiate the difference between these 3. So I think now it is very clear to you that is three types of sonnets are there. That is, the first one is Petrarchan, second one is English or a Shakespearean, and third one is Spenserian. And you understood that rhyming pattern also. Then Fairy Queen is a good example for Spenserian sonnet. As we have discussed the main trends during this period, we have to discuss about the important poets also. I have quoted 8 important poets of Elizabethan period. They are Edmund Spenser, William Shakespeare, Sir Philip Sidney, Christopher Marlowe. Christopher Marlowe is famous for his dramas, but he had written poems also. Then Sir Walter Raleigh, Thomas Campion, Sir Edward Dyer, and Michael Darton. So these are the famous poets during the Elizabethan period. I'll give a detailed notes about these poets. If you like my video, subscribe it, like the button, and wait for the next video. And I'll be giving the detailed notes regarding all these poets. Okay, then see you. Bye.